thus saith the Lord God. Unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
Seen a man rise from the dust, shit glorious in my sight. Never yield, I'm indebted to that old Lord Christ. Can't let them colors fly, only blood will suffice. Try to divide my brethren, I'ma put it in his life. Is you want an indoor? Damn right, I need that white gold with them stones. Look like Tazaryach and ice.
Shit, the time until when the bones are healed and we live again.
This shit right here for the cold-blooded killers and the gangsters vibe. But the hoes love it, break it for a $5 tee. Spend a whole 100, no stunting. This is for the niggas that need more money. I done stopped the rebel from putting several in the casket. He throwing everybody involved if I ask it. So don't make me get a word. I'm scared of what he might do. Don't make me build a nerve. Down in your lawn, feel like it's the beginning of the purge. Look, it's like I'm all out of options. Hard being a killer with a conscience. Ginger ale and ice with tequila talking nonsense. Cause beef ain't really no beef. Till there's no more sleep, do a drill, we do a drill. Ours Mozambique, 2 to the body, 1 to the head, fuck it, on repeat. 1 West, you know them cult leaders are running the street.
Seen a man rise from the dust, shit glorious in my sight. Never yield, I'm indebted to that old Lord Christ. Can't let them colors fly, only blood will suffice. Try to divide my brethren, I'ma put it in his life. Is you want an indoor? Damn right, I need that white gold with them stones. Look like Tazaryach and ice.
Shit, the time until when the bones are healed and we live again.
Life change with the seasons, all praise to the author. I got a limited power, war with me, why bother? I know Mr. Mayhem in Chicago. Play, I drop shit like a toddler. Make that Glock speak like Tommy, leave him cold, call me Martin. I done seen Benjamin turn many men into monsters. Lay that lamb down, I feel like Benjamin Barker. Lord, I pray salvation sweet like peach cobbler. Right now I need a bankroll, think like Miss Parker. As I enter the darkness, the truth the only way. Death a slim chance, but it hit like Colin Ray. Heard that demon on my shoulder and I told him not today. So I try to stay focused, I ain't even boasting. Cause all that ghost shit hypnosis. And you ain't gotta talk shit when everybody know it. You ain't even riding or you talking, yeah, the bus boys are poets. It's a thin line between love and hate, that's why I got involved. Just pick this bad bitch up like Roddy Smalls. Threw that burden on my shoulder like Samoa Ross. Shit, I obey the orders, that's why I overcame it all. Seen a man rise from the dust, shit glorious in my sight. Never yield, I'm indebted to that old Lord Christ. Can't let them colors fly, only blood will suffice. Try to divide my brethren, I'ma put it in his life. Is you want an indoor? Damn right, I need that white gold with them stones. Look like Tazaryach and ice.
Shit, the time until when the bones are healed and we live again.
Culture.
Wave that 1 West, cover out that window. Let them know I'm coming with my kinfolk. Red letter, ski mask on, but I don't really ski though. Bullets ball head like they going through chemo. I slide on them Tony Hawk type. Better get your thoughts right. Jumping high on walls, this ain't Fortnite. Red dot, it kinda make it way too easy for a headshot. I put you under wing, it turned into a headlock. I told my niggas think it's time to put the pressure on. You bring that paper, told her throw a little extra on. We go to war and see, I murder 1, you murder 2, it ain't the same degree. Better up into a capital offense for them dollars, but it really don't make sense. Guns behind tents with some liquor and we riding down the freeway. Slide on them, spin the block and replay, so we slide again.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they anti. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide
We got this mapped out. Niggas selling wolf tickets, not living what they rap out. said he gon' ride, too emotional, he'll crash out. And I ain't boxing, wrestle with this cannon, you gon' tap out. 100 troopers in the building, turn the shit into a blackout. We both come from the mother, why you tryin' to do me dirty? He cut himself off, we let him rot, he ain't worthy. You playing ball courts, throwing number like a jersey. While niggas folded like origami, I kept it sturdy. Told my son he got the blood of a king, he ain't got a word. They gon' cross you like a Christian, it's better to learn this early. They be watching, trying to copy, asking questions, trying to learn me. I ain't in the back and forth if the business don't concern me. Catch the wrath from my anger, I be trying to give a mercy. Ask the angels keep me covered, I'ma slide, they might have heard me. They playing with that fire, get too close, it's gonna burn me. We ain't never looking back, moving forward, it's the journey.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them niggas, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they anti. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them niggas, little nigga, I'm made. All these rappers soft, claim they all cut from a hold of a cloth. I'm the one with the blade. Untamed gorilla, keep your hands out the cage. I be standing on they neck, one west to the grave. You can keep your mercy, nigga, I ain't worried. Revenge call me buddy love, I call her Miss Purdy. Nigga try to blitz, I'm going 730. I'ma shake the whole room like Big Shirty. Nigga say one war, it's whatever, buddy. Glock fully loaded, you know these letters bloody. Come for me, you a bitch, homie. Boy, I'm realer than your big homie. 144, yeah, the one and only. And you know I keep this blick on me. Body slam you like Mick Foley. I got that black out on my arm, play that bitch like a violin. Said me try me once, nigga, try again. You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them niggas, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they anti. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them niggas, slide again. Turn me up a little bit. Gonna make them feel it. Make 144 the rebel, nigga. Look. The key to survival is formality. And I ain't worried about my rivals, they just casualties. I bring his heart on the planet like Applebee's. Let him lose control, I bet his soul lose gravity. A beast, blood in my teeth, I got them all beat. Circulate that paper with my niggas like Black Wall Street. You know revenge, my love. Yeah. 2 twin Glocks and send your ass to sandstone like the Isley brothers. Better take deep cover. I make them clap back and forth like 2 wives that despise each other. Shit, get into that bag, got the refrigerator full of color. Hey, this that gun smoking gold butter. Handing these little things to my Lord, get a look to kill. I need a bad bitch that look Brazilian. If real recognize real, I should look familiar. Fire in my back in the lobby, I burn down the build. Back on that ass, in case these niggas need proof. They on my sons, I took them all to preschool. He and his feelings better be cool, cause I chew that beef up, show my tongue now it's seafood. And brought that all to your burial, I'm the pallbearer. This my shit, I sit in the throne like a lawn chair. All fair and warfare, shit, Diamondback AR. Work that bitch like a guitar player. Turn down, fucking with home, huh? Fucking with home. Told me motherfucker, they tell them niggas turn down. One West Coast leader shit, you better tell them niggas turn down. Ain't it beautiful up on that fire as usual? Hey look, hey tell them niggas turn down. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead. If it ain't that serious, why you hysterical? I survived when niggas died, it's a miracle. Took a loss, but payback's a bitch, she the love of my life. I make her sing like Erica. These niggas weak on the frail side. I leave them wetter than a whale ride. UPK Hellboy, bring the hellfire. If I can't get a piece of heaven, I'm on hell's side. And in the end, I'll be undefeated, Lord, I promise. Shit, I together. Bad boys for life. I get what he want. Better chill, chimp. Run this shit like Forrest Gump. Cause you think I'm playing. Glock with me, that's my Jenny. No leg, yeah. 17 round roll on you like Lieutenant Dan. Turn out. Told me, motherfucker. They tell them niggas turn out. Think I got glory coming. You think I did all this shit for nothing? You better tell them niggas turn out. Coward ass motherfucker. Hey, look, hey, tell them niggas turn out. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead.
Check, check, check. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me get a 1 in the chat, man.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Y'all can hear me, but I don't think that they could online.
Let's switch chairs over, Charles.
I can hear y'all, though.
Check, check.
There it is. Shaw made it?
Made it.
Yeah.
Man, I thought you retired on us. I like them shades, man.
Some people wait a lifetime.
I just got one question, though.
What's going on, sir?
How much the clothes cost in the Matrix?
I wake up with them on.
that's how it goes. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Yabashim Shabrak Thumb, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Captain Tazaryach, you know what I'm saying? Ain't stopping by to check his mail tonight. Let me see. We got my main man, Officer Shagapan 5 stacks.
What's going on, everybody? Shalom, shalom.
Shaya Allah. You were 500, right? 500 or 1,000?
500.
500. Man, work like 1,000. Let me see, man. Who we got? We got Muja, Omar. You understand? Ayam.
Maria.
See. Imawan. You
Quinn
understand?
Drake.
Jeffrey in the house. Tony Estrada. Monty C.
Ernest.
You understand? Trooper Batak. Who else we got? Antisocial 214. Tejas. You understand?
I mean,
What up?
to the chat, how did y'all all like being able to get to use a super chat to dump the speaker or the caller? Put a 1 in the chat if you love that. Put a 1 in the chat if you love that.
Yeah, I'm just letting y'all know too. So just so y'all know, we used to throw 10s. You understand? If y'all wanted us to kick a caller off the line, now y'all got the power to send a super chat to mute a speaker on the panel that y'all don't like, starting at $5. You know what I'm saying? You got to let us know who you want to mute. You understand? We will shut them up.
I was about to say, so y'all can still throw 10s.
They go into the penalty box.
$9.99. $9.99 and kick them off and put them in timeout.
Yeah, I mean, trying to let you know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, you know what I'm saying, Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? Won that fight recently. And big ups to him for coming out to the Desperados theme song and a mariachi band. You know what I'm saying? Especially when Issachar thinks that, you know what I'm saying, his brother Judah can't stand him. You understand? But meanwhile, that was a big ups to Mexican culture everywhere. Black and brown have to unite.
That's right.
And that's why there's a lot of things that I want to talk. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now. Like, I don't know if y'all asleep. I don't know where y'all heads is at. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm gonna keep it real. TikTok is my news feed.
Wait, Swagger, sir. You pulling the gun a little too much.
No.
Let's talk about these micro crops you got going on. What's going on with this?
Oh,
I hope
man.
everyone's watching the daily progress.
Not yet. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all some things going on, you know what I'm saying? But for anybody who doesn't know, I am down in Texas right now, you know what I'm saying, and started a farm, an urban farm. We've got, you know, microgreens right now. I'm running some tests with the crops right now, but so far they looking extremely healthy. So most high in Christ, everything's, you know what I'm saying, been working out. I got some more video footage coming through for y'all to see some updates, as well as I'm going to drop at the end of tonight a brand new music video on Tribe Vibes. I'm gonna premiere a sample of it on Cross the Line tonight. I'm gonna share the screen, let y'all see something, you know what I'm saying? The music video is gonna be exclusively on Tribe Vibes for a second.
And if you're not subscribed to Tribe Vibes, today is a perfect day to do so if you want to see that video.
Perfect day for y'all to be able to subscribe, because once again, man, listen, we've been putting music out for years, and a large sum of our music is on Tribe Vibes. So if y'all want to actually support what we've been doing, make sure that y'all are subscribed, man, to Tribe Vibes. Way more content is coming. And then on top of that, like I said, you know what I'm saying, we got Prime Sprouts. That's the farm that we got going right now. This is, you know what I'm saying, we trying to get towards self-sustainability. If y'all have not watched the Roundtable of Truth, Commanding General Yohana's lecture, Where Do We Go From Here? I need y'all to most definitely check that out, because Commanding General Yohana was, everything that Commanding General Yohana said was going to happen. We are literally watching in real time that he said inside of that lecture. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're watching rights get stripped away. We're watching, you know what I'm saying, prophecy, you know what I'm saying, before our eyes, you know what I'm saying, from that lecture to the scriptures and back to it again. And there's so much that's been going on in the world in the last 2 weeks that, you know what I mean, maybe y'all don't know. Some of y'all who do know that, you know what I'm saying, some of this information is coming out a little later, but I want to make sure we had all the facts. And then I wanted y'all to just see a compare and contrast to just how oblivious we are here inside of America. You know what I'm saying? And I also want y'all to stay up, you know what I'm saying, with my man Ashar Gapan on the Real XP show. You know what I'm saying?
That's me.
That's the real experience. While he's really out in them streets conducting them interviews, the brother's been doing, you know what I'm saying, an amazing job. So, you know what I'm saying, make sure that y'all check that out. Good?
And it's all powered by Cross the Line Radio. There wouldn't be a Real XP show without Cross the Line Radio.
Siphon all them likes, shares, and follows, my man. You know what I'm saying? You definitely earned it. And then in future time to come too, I'm gonna be sharing some social media for the farm. And if y'all want to be able to also support, you know what I'm saying, we will accept some donations. Just know that, like, this is going towards some sustainability for us. You know what I'm saying? And
which is huge. Which is very huge.
Which is definitely huge. If y'all could grab, Aisha, if you could grab the lecture and drop it in the chat, it is on Captain Mawaquad's channel. The phone lines are also going to be wide open. You know what I'm saying? Please, you know what I'm saying, do your best to watch your language. So no foul language. And then also, y'all can come on the screen. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to come in on the background, or 917-779-9499 is the number. 917-779-9499. It is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Super chats to mute anybody you don't want to hear from outside of who joins the panel. And outside of that, I mean, unless y'all got anything else over there at headquarters, man, I got some things I want to touch on. Pause.
It's like, sir, what was the title of the lecture?
What's up?
What was the title of the lecture?
Type in Commander General Yohana lecture. It's where do we go from here? But if you type in Round Table of Truth and Commander General Yohana, it should be the first thing that pops up.
Yeah, so far right now we got what? Over 170 people watching this right now. Hit the link to join live. Let's talk. Let's see what you got to say about all this these First Amendment rights that are getting stripped away from us.
Well, I don't think that, you know what I'm saying, we as Black or Latinos have ever really had any rights. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've read the preamble to the American Constitution before, and absolutely none of it has ever fit, you know what I'm saying, any of us in you know, our captivity here in America. The Constitution was written for white landowners. America was never meant for our people to be first-class citizens.
Right.
You could have any, you know, manner of self-esteem about yourself, but the truth is, black and brown, according to this system, you understand, are second-class, you understand, citizens. And as a result of that, it's even more of a reason as to why we need to come together. Because really, we're like third or fourth class citizens now. Like, Asians are above us inside of this society. How the hell did Asians get a anti-crime bill passed in 2 weeks? Because they stick together. You understand? Their power is inside of their unity. Our power is in the Most High power. And he wants his people back. We got a caller on the line?
We got two.
Okay, hit me with the first caller, and then, damn, they're not going to be able to hear me, though, right?
Not unless you call in, sir. Want to call him real quick and bring him on the stage?
I could, but I'm really wondering if there's something. I might have solved this. I'm gonna have to run another test. I even ran some tests with some other phone lines, but I think that we need a phone line and a video stream that's synced together like an online number for it to be able to come through the screen. So the other ones that I had was kind of like the other branded bridge, but we'll talk about it. Yeah, let me call in. You could bring them on. Y'all could talk to them for now. I'm gonna call in from the phone.
All right, let's bring in the first caller.
314, you on the air?
314. What's your name? State your name and where you calling from. Eben tonight. What's going on, Eben tonight? What's going on? How you feeling today?
Cool, man. I'm off for the next basically 2.5 days. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying, calling in, giving my views. If y'all agree, y'all disagree, that's cool, but I'm not here to argue about nothing.
No swear. All right, drop it on us. What's going on?
All right. Well, for one, I feel like everything that go on, it's not really surprising to me no more. It's not really surprising. Wise man also once said they must keep things going in order to keep the Second Amendment going as far as gun rights. I don't know how true that is, but I can see some type of truth to that. All these situations that's happening really doesn't concern me. Why? Because I believe I believe in the laws of the universe first. So when I read scripture, I try to deal with mystery. So how I see everything, I see the evil being able to rule over evil. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised about evil men getting buried or whatever judgment of God allow happens, which is a righteous judgment. Also,
wait, hold on. Quick question. When you say the law of the universe, are you referring to the laws of the Bible, or is that something different?
Well, the laws of the universe are in the Bible. They're found in Genesis chapter 1.
And just so you know, because the things that you said seemed a little vague. Just for us and the listening audience sake, What exactly are you saying you're not concerning yourself with? What events?
Oh well, again, like us Ebionites or Essenes, we deal with a lot of mysteries also. So
Mystery.
and we get our mysteries from nature, and so in Scripture. So again, when I believe it's in Deuteronomy where he says he kills with the left and saves with the right. That wasn't an actual saying of him actually like killing with himself. What that means is he allows the evil to rule over the evil with the left, and he saves with his right hand. And what you see a lot going on, like for instance, you might have an evil judge that rules over an evil prisoner and does what sends him off to where he's supposed to be, and he's ruled over evil people. And so you have the good shepherd, when those who come in into the actual true teachings of the true prophet, what we call him Yahshua, then you are being ruled over the prophet and not evil men, And so that's what I mean by those things don't concern me, because I'm ruled over the good shepherd. I'm not ruled over the evil community, or what we call the children.
Okay, and now all this and now that you set up that premise for what exactly in context with the show?
Okay, so the reason I'm saying, so I was going into this, so the reason why I was saying the laws of the universe, we believe you treat others how you want to be treated, and we believe that the earth repays us for our sins. And so even in your own law, it says eye for an eye, okay, tooth for a tooth, but I don't believe that was up to our judgment. It says that's the Lord's vengeance. So what I'm saying is, what I believe is, you may think I'm sounding crazy, but there's a kill clock. You can research yourself, and I truly believe the more and more slaughtering innocent blood, whether it be humans or animals, the more and more we suffer ourselves, because this world is not supposed to have blood shed on it, period, point blank. The blood is in the life. And so your point is we're not supposed to eat animals? Like, I'm trying to understand the point. My point is this. We can start off with this. You will never see any person that doesn't eat meat go to war. Okay? You'll never see no person that eat meat commit violent crime.
Are you sure?
It's really not.
Are you sure about that?
It's very rare. It's very rare.
Do you have a?
I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's very rare. So what I'm saying is this: if the world just goes back to no bloodshed, there will be no war.
Okay, so I got a very, very simple question for you, right? Like I've heard what you said, so and I just need very simple answers, because I'm gonna build on something. You with me? You believe in the Bible? Yes or no?
I believe in the what would you call it?
Do you, yes or no? You do or you don't?
I believe in the true scriptures of the Bible.
Which is what?
Yeah, what's the true scriptures to you?
If anything doesn't fall in harmony with Genesis chapter 1, nature, it's a lie.
Okay, so in Genesis, right? So let's skip a couple of chapters. You know what I'm saying? And we're after Genesis 1. We're between Genesis 2 and 5. You're familiar with Cain and Abel?
I'm familiar with that whole thing. I've been doing this for 19 years. Bring it on.
Okay, so what did Cain sacrifice?
Well, that's according to what you have in there. And there's other
so just according to what's written. I just need a simple answer, man.
Okay. According to what's written in that scripture, it says Cain sacrificed an animal.
Cain didn't sacrifice an animal.
Cain sacrificed an animal?
Abel sacrificed the animal. And
I didn't ask you about Abel yet. I need you to focus. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what did Cain sacrifice?
You said what?
What did Cain? I didn't mention Abel. I need you to stay with me. So, what did Cain sacrifice?
He gave him his first fruits.
Okay. Did the Lord accept his sacrifice?
No, not at all, according to that.
Okay. According to what's written. Now we can talk about Abel. What did Abel sacrifice?
According to that, he sacrificed an animal.
Okay, was his sacrifice accepted?
According to that scripture, yes.
Then your little arms is too short to hot box with God. God accepted the sacrifice of an animal and not the sacrifice of fruits. According to you, he shouldn't have accepted it. It should have been reversed then. It should have been Abel who was denied instead of Cain.
Can I speak now?
Yes.
I gotta hear this.
Okay, my turn to speak. Well, if you would have to understand, brother, that I told you that if it doesn't fall in harmony with creation, it's a lie. God never commanded no man in the very first chapter to do any animal sacrifices, but what he told man was to eat fruits and herbs, and he told the animals to eat all green plants. Also, we have the very first century sources in which the Nazarene also kept the first century in the Dead Sea Scrolls. And if you read Matthew chapter 22 and 29, Jesus told the Pharisees and the scribes, for you err and do not know scripture nor the power of God. Like Peter said, this is one intimating that they did not know the true things of the scriptures, but they were following the falsehoods of the Bible, okay? There are many falsehoods in the scriptures, say many manner of things about God, okay? It says that God is merciful and long-suffering. It says that he's a man of war. It says that he allows only fruits and herbs. It says that you can eat all things. It says you can eat only these type of animals. It says that God is a murderer. It says God is not a murderer. You could say you can go and take and rape and plunder a land. It tells you don't steal, but you can go steal. The scripture says all manner of things against the Most High.
So I have a question for you.
Let me finish. I'll let you finish. So I'm almost done. So, but here's the thing. People don't have a foundation. Our foundation is that our God is one way and one way only. And what we see him in Genesis chapter 1. He renders everyone according to their deeds. He is just, and it's only looked at just, and that's it, point blank, period. Okay? We don't skip the whole Genesis chapter 1 and go to Leviticus chapter 11. We look at Genesis 1 as the true laws. Actions speak louder than words. His actions are in his voice is in his actions, and he speaks to us through nature every day, which is the first actual book, Psalms chapter 19:1. For the heavens declare his glory, and the earth is made by his fingers. So understand that is our foundation, okay? We don't follow the mainstream, okay? We found the original teachings of the so-called Nazarene, Ebionites, or Essenes, and what they actually tried to cover up. What you guys have is 3rd and 4th century with the New Testament. We have 1st century. We have the homilies. We have the church fathers. We have the Dead Sea Scrolls. We actually looked into these things. You guys follow mainstream. You guys believe in a whole Bible, don't think there's nothing spurious in them. When in fact there is. You have to learn from nature to be a money changer. There's always things counterfeit and real when it comes to life. There's always a left and a right. So to think that this whole Bible is true when it contradicts itself, it says he repents and he doesn't repent. He doesn't change his mind, but he changes his mind here. But when I look outside, I see the same thing that I've been seeing for 34 years. So what am I saying? And I'm done. How come God?
You're being a little long-winded, brother. I need you to be a little bit more succinct.
Yeah, can I ask a question now? Let me get back to your original point that you made.
Right. So what I'm saying is this. If God doesn't change his mind outside, it's always been 4 seasons. It's always been 4 seasons. It's always been the sun and the moon. It's always been grass. There's always been earth, cattle, and animals. It's always been man and woman. If God doesn't change his mind outside, why does he change his mind in the book?
Gotcha. Can I answer this question?
So I don't hold on one second. One, God doesn't change his mind in the book. I don't think that you understand the book. You cherry pick the book. That's one. Two, just so y'all know, we're not doing 9+1s anymore. You know what I'm saying? We doing super chats. If y'all want somebody to stop talking, you understand what y'all do is, you know what I'm saying? Y'all send a super chat in and let us know which guest you want muted. You understand? Starting at $4.99. You know what I'm saying? No. But now, Shaw, go ahead. What's your question?
My question is to the Ebonite. So just you said according to these scriptures, what book or version or translation of the Bible do you use? That's my first question.
Actually, so this is what we do. We go out and we search for early century books. But for example, let me give an example.
Hold on, it's very simple. What version of the Bible do you use, or do you not use the Bible?
I use different versions because different versions have different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So next thing, right? Are we only allowed to eat fruits and vegetables and things that grow?
Correct, because if you look outside, your food grows from the earth. My food doesn't run from me. You have what you call a violent meal. You eat sperm. You have a intercourse meal. Your meal comes from sex. That's nasty.
Wait.
Meal comes from what? Sex?
Wait, hold on.
Every animal that you eat came from a mother.
Wait.
In order to have that.
Hold on. One, Genesis, in the Genesis, the first chapter, it said, be fruitful and multiply. So God ordered us to have sex. So I don't know why it would be nasty.
I didn't say sex was bad.
But hold on.
I didn't say that.
Hold on. Here's the other thing, though. Wait, I got a serious question for you. How do you feel? Hold on, I'll show you. I got a hot mic. How do you feel about carnivorous plants?
You said what?
How do you feel about carnivorous plants, like a Venus flytrap?
I can give you a simple answer to that. It's, again, God created everything in opposites. There's good people, there's bad people. There's good animals, there's bad animals. There's good plants, there's bad plants. Simply, that's what y'all represent. Y'all represent the thorns. Y'all represent the carnivorous plants. Simple. There's your answer.
So you know what I know? When I read Jeremiah the 10th chapter and it talks about the tree that was well decorated, it said, fear it not, for it can do no evil nor good. Plants aren't good or evil. You know what I'm saying? Now, you said that this is not, blood is not supposed to be spilled in the earth, but I can show you 4 to 5 different carnivorous plants that eat animals. There's a bell, a flower with a bell on it. You understand, that can eat birds and mice and so on and so forth. No, I need you to hear what I'm saying. You talk long-winded. You understand? I'm 10 seconds in. Focus on what I'm saying. If what you're saying is true, there would be no plants which eat other animals. The problem, let me tell you what it is. Real quick, and this is going to be my point. Just need a quick answer. Do you subscribe to the book of Romans, yes or no?
No.
See, that's another problem. You believe in whatever you want to believe. You don't believe in the Bible. Right. That's why in Romans, when it says, he who eats vegetables is weak, meaning what? You're weak inside of doctrine. You're weak inside of faith. You're weak, and I'm breaking something down to you right now. You understand? Focus real quick. Focus real quick.
You would teach that, then we can deal with that. If
no. Listen, what you could do is you could wait for me to finish speaking, and then you can go.
Okay, go ahead.
I appreciate you. So, you understand, the reason as to why he who eats vegetables, you are weak, because you're weak in faith. Because you think you know better than the Lord's dietary law. You think you know better than the Bible. You understand? And like, the initial statement you made was that, vegetables, they make people non-violent. Meanwhile, the person who sacrificed first fruits, first listed in the Bible, was the first murderer on record. Your entire logic goes against the Bible. The floor is yours.
Cool. No problem.
Here we go.
Actually, brother, I'm sorry. We got a super chat. You're going to be muted for 5 minutes. Put a timer up for 5 minutes. You in the penalty box.
You're on timeout.
We'll come back to you.
10:45.
Big ups to RT. You understand? Our super sister with the super chat. You understand? Let's head over to the next call.
Come on, sir. Yeah, he threw me off there.
I just want to say, I love our comment section because they were clowning the whole time. They were cracking me up, as they always do.
He said, I guess sex is bad. I can't eat and have sex. I was like, you never fed your woman some strawberries? Like, what's going on?
I wonder if he knows, you know what I'm saying, like what happens during pollination.
Right.
I wonder if he knows pollination is plant sex.
Or what if a potato that has to die for other potatoes to grow on the dead potato?
You know what I'm saying? And then, no, here's what's even crazier. If pollination, right, is plant sex, then hay fever is an STD.
I guess plants. I guess every plant that self-pollinates is part of the LGBTQ community.
Oh my God.
That's why all the bees are dying. All the plants are self-pollinating because of the bees are dying.
The pollinating agenda.
Right, the pollinating.
This is.
The LGBTQP.
Let's get the next caller though.
Sir, 716, you're on the air live.
State your name where you calling from,
Hey.
caller.
Khan Wakan. Hey,
Hey,
Shalom.
what's up?
Yahweh Ba'ashem. Yahweh Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shebrakatah. What's going on, sir? How y'all doing?
Yushabrakta.
Can't forget this voice was.
Hey, if I may, shout out to Captain Mawakwa.
Yep.
Shout out to Captain Azania.
Damn right.
Shout out to Captain Tabaramov, and shout out to most definitely Officer Kariyasho, because it was my idea of speaking about dealing with the brothers and sisters at the Seneca reservations, and it turns out they got like different mini fragments throughout Erie County though. So
Most High in Christ.
when I spoke with Officer Karyash, I told him let me speak to my camp leader so I get proper orders and protocols to see what's going on. And then when my camp leader told me to set it up though, I got it set up. So today, me, Kat, and the two officers from Syracuse went to the Seneca reservations. One portion of it that's close to where I live at though, in my side of the town. And originally Officer Karyash was going to be on the spot too though, but he had something else going on though. So I just sent him all the footages and the number to contact the brother that I spoke to though, from the reservations, and it was pretty outstanding though, you know. So
When are you gonna put up the
we
footage?
definitely go Lord. Say it again.
When are you gonna put up the footage?
I put it up already. I got the as a matter of fact, sir, I'll send you the footage as well too. I got like 8 short footages of it.
Okay.
So I as a matter of fact, I'll send all y'all the footage if y'all want to. But
Most High in Christ.
I sent it up in my platforms. Captain Malquad got it, and Officer Karyash got it, and Officer Karyash got the brother number though, so we can link up with him though. So like the next time, if we got something designated, so when we go hard body on these brothers and sisters at the Seneca reservations though, we'd be handling the business building our nation though, you know.
Okay.
And,
Most High in Christ, good work. How was it? How was it up there?
It was like fires like today earlier.
Yeah, when you went to the res, how was it?
The place, the area looked nice though, wasn't bad though, but the building though, they left out the church building though, because some people said they was rebuilding it though, so it was a house on the other part though where they was at though, you know, so that must be their house though, and then the building they redoing it though, because that's where they go, that's the actual reservation building.
Okay, Most High.
The brother is real humble though. He was real cool, and then I told him about like what the organization I'm affiliated, what we got to offer, and what we do in the ghettos, gutters, barrios, prison programs, and everything else though. It gave him some type of enlightenment. It made him feel zealous though, that like these niggas is really serious about black and brown people though, Latinos, Negroes, and Native American Indians are real for real. So when Cap was doing this thing, was interviewing the brother though, I was doing the footage, and then the other officers was doing the footage, and we was doing everything in proper order though. Everything was dressed though, and everything went well though. So I want to bring that out though. And with this though, shout out to the brothers and sisters in the chat though. We really like what y'all do though, because y'all support us though. Y'all help us build the algorithm, so the brothers and sisters that don't hear about it get the information though. So we really appreciate that though, you know.
And make sure you give this video a thumbs up and you share this. Make sure you share Across the Line Radio.
Hey, y'all running the timer?
Yeah, we got one.
It's been 5 minutes.
It's been 5 minutes. Yeah, it's been about to say.
Okay, we gotta bring that other caller on.
Oh, your CHAATAZA.
Go ahead, you CHAATAZA. What's your closing statement, Hebrew?
That's it. I got more though, but I can shoot another time. Hey, shalom.
Yushabrakta. I'll just bring this even night back up.
Hey, real quick, when he said that part about vegans not being violent, of course I got curious and started looking things up. Did y'all know Charles Manson was a vegetarian?
Actually, I did.
Also, the guy those Idaho murders, like last year, where the guy ran up in the college house and killed like 5 girls, he was a vegan. They said he was an intense vegan. He wouldn't touch anything that was in a pot with meat. So
I wonder if the guy that unalived Charlie Kirk was vegan.
Who was the what's your, sorry about that. I never got, what's your name, brother? The one that's talking, just got done talking.
Who, me? Aisha.
No, not the other one.
Ashar.
Shar. Okay. Shar. All right, cool. Hey, cool.
And then there's Captain CHAATAZA.
All right, so I want to take this slow. So can I ask you something, right? Is the Bible scripture and history, or is it both scripture and history?
He asking you, Ashar.
Oh, you're asking me. Oh, the Bible is both.
Okay, so let's do something. Let's deal with scripture and history. Like I said, I've been doing this 19 years. Allow me to show my scholarship. I'm not gonna be disrespectful.
Wait, are we still talking about the nature and vegetables? Or are we changing subject?
All that. So when you quoted that Roman scripture, right?
Oh, it's Captain CHAATAZA.
Okay, yeah. So he quoted that Roman scripture. All right. I want to deal with that. Let's deal with the history. Okay. This is gonna tie into that.
Wait, but first you said you don't subscribe to Romans, though, right?
No, I read the whole thing, but I read it for history, also for history. So that's why I'm going into this, because people don't understand the history. A lot of people know scripture, but you'll be surprised how many people don't know the history. And I'm going to be able to show this. Watch this.
Oh, okay. All right. So what's the history?
Okay. So when Paul quoted that in Romans, he was speaking about a specific person or group of people. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a question that's going to tie into that. Who was the leader and bishop of Jerusalem according to Acts 15?
Are we in Romans?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go to Acts 15 and let's read it.
Let's go.
What verse you want to start at?
We can start with the first 2 verses.
If it's okay with you, Cap, I'll read.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on, sir. Acts chapter 15, verse 1. And certain men which came down from Judea taught the brethren and said, except ye be circumcised after the manner of Moses, ye cannot be saved. Verse 2. When therefore Paul and Barnabas had no small dissension and disputation with them, they determined that Paul and Barnabas and certain other of them should go up to Jerusalem unto the apostles and elders about this question.
Okay. So according to Acts 15, verse 1 and 2, real fast, you see that Paul has to go and get answers from the apostles and the elders. Understand there's an order in Jerusalem after Christ left the scene. So we don't have to mess up time. If you want to read the part where Peter speaks, you can. But we could jump to the part and see who's the actual leader. And we go to Acts chapter 13 and go in Acts chapter 15, verse 13 through 21. And the script and the text will read it for itself. It'll tell you who the leader is. Can we read that?
Okay, but what does the leader have to do with, you understand, with the council that they ended up having in Jerusalem?
This is going to go back to who that Roman scripture was talking about. I'm going to show you. Can we read it?
Oh, okay. I'm walking with you. I just want to see where you're going to go with this. So now you want to go to Acts what?
Verse chapter 15. We still in 15. We're going to go to verse 13 through 21.
Okay.
Okay. We're not going to read the whole 13 to 21. We're like, just speed me up to the point that, you know what I'm saying, that you want to make.
Okay, so this is what so I'll just read the clip. So, okay, so if you go to verse 13 real fast.
Mm-hmm.
So people for those who don't know, it's going to mention the James. Understand that the James, the brother of Zebedee, is already dead by then. So this James that is left is James, Jesus' brother, Matthew chapter 13 and 55, as well as Galatians 1 and 19. And Paul mentions him there. He said, for I seen none of the other apostles except James, the Lord's brother. So when we go to Acts 15 and 13, we see that he's the leader. And after they held their peace, this is after after Paul and Barnabas made their disputation, and this is after Peter speaks, and then they let you know. And after they held their peace, speaking about Paul, Barnabas, and Peter, James answered, saying, Men and brethren, hearken unto me. And then when you jump down to verses 19, verses, I think it is
20 and 21.
Hold on. I'm finna get the main part.
Take time. Just hold on for a second. Once we're done with this call, we'll bring you on.
Hold on. All right. Okay, but yeah, verse 19. He says, wherefore my sentence is. So anybody that says my sentence is, that's no different than a judge. That's the person who gets the last say so. My sentence is, this is James, Jesus' brother, that we trouble not them which come from the Gentiles, speaking about Paul, and are turned to God, but that we write unto them that they abstain from pollution of idols, fornication, things strangled, and from blood. Now, when you jump down to 25, verses 20, there's a second witness in 29, that you abstain from things offered to idols, from blood, things strangled, and from fornication, in which you keep yourselves, and ye do well for well. So the reason why this ties in with Romans and other chapters like 1 Corinthians chapter 10, when he talks about the sacrifice, is because Paul has encountered and knows that James is the leader of Jerusalem. He's the leader of Jerusalem. He's the bishop. He's the head. He lays the laws. So he also knows that James is a vegan, okay? And so a lot of Paul's letters are written at James. He told Paul a simple thing: stay away from fornication, things strangled, blood, and idols. Paul has 13 letters, and a lot of those things are written according to history. We're talking about history. They are aimed at James and the apostles because they were a vegan group. This is why the Dead Sea Scrolls is important. People don't understand the history that is going on inside of these scriptures. They don't even know that James was the leader and bishop. Peter was not the man, okay? 3 of Jesus' brothers was his apostles. It was Simon, Jude, and James. And the rest of them was the people that he met, okay? Why would Jesus allow somebody that he met 30 years later to be the leader over his brothers, which they kept the same beliefs as him? This is why scholars say if you want to know truly what Jesus believed in, you have to go through his brother James. Now, if I'm telling a lie, if you hold on. I need you
to sew this up with Romans.
Okay, I'm gonna sew this up with Romans. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you research this, you will see that yes, James was vegan and him and Paul were going head up in the scriptures. This is why it even lets you know when he said faith without works is dead. One will say that you don't need works, and I will show you my works. He was speaking about Paul because Paul said you don't need works, all you need is faith, okay? They were going back and forth plenty of times. So again, if people don't understand the history, and if they didn't even know that James was the man in this, then I think it's time for people to go back to the drawing board and find out what's really going on and what they're trying to hide, and why did they try to rewrite James, the leader and bishop of the movement, out of history and claim Peter was the man. So Romans has to deal with James. It has nothing to do with us. Romans is about James and the apostles and what they believed in. They were all vegans, bro. Matthew chapter 12 is telling Jesus said, if I desire mercy and not sacrifice. Matthew 9 and 13 is a second witness, fam. And it shows you in John chapter 2 that the man went inside the temple and released the animals on Passover that they was going to kill and sacrifice. That's enough evidence. And then he said, I'm the good shepherd. Shepherds slaughter and sacrifice. He came and saved the animals that they were going to sacrifice. That's why he said, I'm the good shepherd. Again, people don't know the history. They only understand.
All right, I need you to land your plane now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So just to sum this up, you're saying that Romans 14 was a shot against James and the disciples.
Yes, it was.
Okay. So here's the problem, right? With everything that you're trying to say. Do I believe, you know what I'm saying, Paul had, you know what I'm saying, gone head to head with Peter before about, you know what I'm saying, service to the quote unquote Gentiles? Yeah, absolutely. I think Paul understood this thing extremely well. Here's another thing. For argument's sake, let's just say I walked with you and believed that, you know what I'm saying, James was a vegan, a vegetarian, or whatever. I don't care who this is written to, because this is something that I do know. The entire Bible is true, from Revelations to Genesis and Genesis to Revelations, forward, back, front to back, all of that. The Most High gave us a dietary law. I'm not no respecter of persons. So even in your logic, whether it was James, whether it was Simon Peter, whoever it was, if anybody has an issue with God's dietary law, you are weak in faith. You are weak in understanding doctrine. You are weak in understanding. Now, if you want to just eat vegetables, I'm not going to judge you. I don't have an issue if you want to just eat vegetables. If you want to just eat fruits, if you want to just eat, you understand, pistachio nuts, that's on you. If another person wants to just eat meat, provided it's lawful, provided it falls under Leviticus the 11th chapter, it's fine. If another person just wants to eat grasshoppers and honey, like John the Baptist in the wilderness, all that's fine, because grasshoppers are lawful. But if you are somebody who has a problem and think that you know better than the Most High, you're weak. And here's another thing. This is what I know. I know that Peter was the one who turned around and said, our beloved brother Paul, you understand, who many people don't understand his writings onto their own destruction. What you do is you cherry pick the scriptures and have created your own philosophy. That's what you've done. You understand? Like you've gone through records and history and are trying to put history over the scriptures when the Bible is the authority. You are not the authority over Leviticus. Leviticus is the authority over you. So regardless of who you want to insert into the context of Romans, the 14th chapter, if you are telling another man that you know better than Leviticus 11, you're weak.
Right.
And we shouldn't listen to you.
Go eat them broccolis.
Because God knows better than the both of us.
Leviticus.
Say that again?
All the prophets went against Leviticus.
What?
Who went against Leviticus?
All the prophets, including even Jesus. You want to go through the prophets?
Christ, this is the real problem. The real problem is you don't really believe in the Bible.
Can we show that the prophets were getting killed because they went against?
I want to know where Christ broke the Levitical dietary law.
Yeah.
Matthew chapter. What's that? Matthew chapter. Hold on, let me get it. I think I'm tripping. Matthew chapter 12 and 7.
I want you to show me that, and then I got another caller that I got to get to. If you want to hold on, I'll come back to you.
Matthew 12 and 7.
Matthew 12 and 7.
And he's quoting Hosea 6 and 6, a prophet.
You said Matthew's 12. You're saying Christ broke the law in Matthew's 12 and 7.
No, he does. No, he ain't break no law.
So I just asked. Hold on. I just asked you to show me where Christ broke Leviticus the 11th chapter.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Matthew 12 and 7. Yeah. Matthew 12 and 7. Yeah. And then Hosea 6 and 6.
Hold on.
Second witness.
Matthew 12, verse 7. But if ye had known what this meaneth, I will have mercy and not sacrifice. Ye would not have condemned the guiltless.
Right. And the guiltless is the prophets that didn't believe in animal sacrifice that was killed. Now let's go to Hosea 6 and 6.
Slow down. None of that is what we're reading here.
Yes.
None of that.
Can we go to Hosea 6 and 6?
Hold on, stop. We're in Matthew's 12 right now. He
said, learn what this means. He got it from somewhere. We got to go to Hosea 6 and 6.
Stop. We've had a good conversation. Matthew's 12, if we read Matthew's 12, nothing in context with what you're saying shows, like, okay, this is breaking the dietary law. Eating pork is breaking the dietary law. Eating a fried tarantula. Yeah. You understand? The fact that you said that means that we locked in. You know what I'm saying? Eating snake, eating alligator. You understand? Eating duck, shark. You understand? All of that is breaking the dietary law. You said if we came here, I would see Christ breaking the dietary law.
Brother.
Where is that?
Okay, let me break it down. So according to your dietary
No.
law,
I don't need a breakdown. You said
I'm
it was
showing
in
you. You
Matthew
got
7.
Okay, this is what he said. He said, "For I desire mercy and not sacrifice." He's talking about the animal sacrifice. According to your Levitical laws, you guys were only allowed to eat and sacrifice only animals. So if he said, "I desire no sacrifice," he's breaking the law of Leviticus 11 and saying that none of that stuff is solidified in the God he believes in eyes. He says he doesn't desire any sacrifice, only mercy. No bloodshed. That gets rid of Leviticus 11.
None of that is what's saying. Christ is being accused of breaking the Sabbath,
Correct.
not the dietary law. This conversation, first of all, the battle that Christ is having right now isn't even over the dietary law.
Sacrifice.
I'm just letting you know, like, I'm not gonna, like, battle you to speak.
Okay.
I got you. So here's what I'm trying to say, because nothing that you said is inside of this chapter.
Right.
You can't show me where he's breaking the I just gave slow down. This is what I'm trying to say. What you're saying is not even in context with the chapter.
Right.
Okay, brother. I'm asking you from your own laws. It says, "Give a second witness." He is quoting a prophet. Can we go to Hosea 6:6 and
okay? First of all, a second witness. This is how, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like psychopaths like GMS,
brother,
who thought of this.
I asked a simple question.
I'm responding to you because you just brought something out on a false premise. A second witness is not a precept. A second witness is an actual. Just so y'all know, if you could stop this at any time with a super chat, you know what I'm saying? For anybody saying kick dude off, I told y'all we not just kicking people off because of tens or none of that. Y'all want to put them in a penalty box, y'all know what to do. But the point that I'm trying to make right now is that a witness, you understand, is two people who witnessed the crime. So me and Ashar witnessed somebody committing adultery. That's a witness. A witness isn't pulling another scripture like that. So that's the first thing. This is what I mean by you don't understand the Bible. Because if you understood the Bible, then you want to interrupt me again? I'm literally responding to what you said initially. I disagree with your point. All right. So now, when you read, do me a favor, man. I'm putting you in timeout myself. I'm muting you for 5 minutes, and we'll come back.
You owe us $4.99.
We appreciate you, sir.
I will send in my $4.99. I'm a bill myself because, you know what I'm saying, I can't with this. But just for clarity, for anybody to know, this cat said go to Matthew 12:7 to say he broke the dietary law.
It was going to prove Christ broke the
a law of sacrifice. Like you can't, if you want to talk about if we're supposed to sacrifice, that's a separate law. We're talking about what you eat. We're talking about what you're eating. And now what they were talking about with food, you can't show any unlawful food inside this chapter. What they're talking about is, this is what it literally says in verse 1. At the time Jesus went through the grain fields on the Sabbath, his disciples were hungry and began to pick the heads of grain and eat them. When the Pharisees saw this, they said, "Look, your disciples..." Is this the right version? What version am I in right now?
Looks like it's, if I may, sir.
That don't sound like the KJV. Much better. At the time, Yahushua went on the Sabbath day through the corn, and his disciples were an hungered, and began to pluck the ears of corn and to eat. But when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto him, "Behold, thy disciples do that which is not lawful to do upon the Sabbath day." The battle is about the Sabbath.
Yeah. And he's saying that if you would have known this, I would have had mercy and not sacrifice. But you want to blame the guiltless. You want to blame those who haven't committed a sin.
Unless according to him, you know what I'm saying?
According to his
corn is now unlawful.
According to his
so So corn, you can't eat corn now. Okay, now corn is out.
You can't pluck it. You can't start a fire.
All right,
we got another call.
Give me the Jay on the line.
Hey, yo, Jay.
Give me the next
call.
call.
They dropped a comment that said, "R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. If y'all don't like him, y'all don't believe in dying for what you believe in."
Let's talk.
Macabre, you're funny as hell. He said that brother needs milk, but he might want almond milk.
Oat milk.
Fuck that shit.
Hey, yo, Charlie. What's going on, Jay? Talk to us about Charlie Kirk.
Yo, what's good? You can hear me?
We hear you loud and clear.
All right. Yeah. All I'm saying is, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I see a lot of the stuff that's going on the internet, a lot of hate and shit going after the man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, to me, it's like, yo, no matter what you believe about the man or don't believe about the man, like the fact of the matter is that, like, that man literally died for what he believed in. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, so question.
You know, right or wrong.
Order of Charlie Kirk.
You know what I mean?
Hold on, Shaw. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so I said, you know, like he died for what he believed in. You know what I mean? Like, there, like even if, you know, anybody likes what he said or don't like what he said, you know, whether Republican or Democrat or, you know, liberal or conservative, you know what I mean? Like, the man died for what he believed in, and that, I just think that that's real. You know what I mean? Like, and okay. I feel like, you know, a lot of other people are dying for stuff that more people are dying for lies than are dying for what they believe in. That's how I feel.
Well, I do believe that, you know what I'm saying, he died for what he believed in. I don't think that, you know what I'm saying, that's an argument, but like the person who unalived him, right? As a good Christian, should we forgive his shooter?
We should forgive everybody, but they still should face the consequences. You know what I mean?
I'm saying, well, I'm saying, should we forgive his shooter?
We should forgive the shooter as well as everybody, but the shooter still needs to face the consequences. And you know what I mean? Like, he unalived somebody, and he needs to deal with that. You know what I mean? Just like everybody else.
Is that really forgiveness? Like, you know, so like if you pardon somebody, right? Like,
yeah, that's forgiveness.
Another word. Hold on, brother. I let you talk, didn't I?
Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is, if you pardon somebody, another word for pardon is forgiveness. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, let him go. Like, forgive him. Why are you gonna hold on? Why respond to an act of hate with more hate? Doesn't hate just beget more hate?
Yeah, facts.
But here's the thing. Who's saying that that's hate when you're facing your consequences? Like, you know, if you're a parent, right? Like, for instance, I have a kid, right? And they grabbed the TV off of the wall. You know what I mean? Like, I put that TV on the wall. You feel me, son? And so, like, they grabbed the TV, hung on the TV and broke it down. You know what I mean? Do you think that those kids, you know, and I love my kids, you think that they don't deserve any consequences for those actions?
I absolutely do believe that they deserve consequences.
Or should I pardon them?
And you know what? This is what I think. I think you. So now, do I let you speak, brother?
Yeah, we're speaking together.
Yeah, I got you. So don't interrupt me when I talk.
I
didn't interrupt you. This is I'm talking to a child right now. All right, no sweat.
No,
you're a child, so I'm going to correct you like your children. Like, you want to pull my TV down right now. So I'm about to go get the belt. You understand? So here's what happens. And bless your Christian heart. Do me a favor. Mute this idiot.
That's another $4.99.
No, I'm letting you talk.
No, you're talking. You got to shut the fuck up. All right. So now, so here's what happens, right? So when it comes down to the whole Charlie Kirk situation, I think that this is just, do you understand? America's chickens coming home to roost, right? That's all that it is. Charlie had repercussions. Charlie spoke in hate speech. Hate begets more hate. And you understand, listen, I think unaliving people is wrong. Right. But Charlie was an American, and there's nothing more American than what happened to Charlie. That was a pure American act. What you witnessed. That's what America does. Like that's what they did to Abraham Lincoln. That's what they did to John F. Kennedy. That's what America does around the world when they disagree with you. America doesn't let you have freedom of speech. You know what happened to Jimmy Kimmel? Jimmy Kimmel is off the air right now because he made a joke about Donald Trump. You understand? Like in America, if you have power and somebody says something that you disagree with, they just take you out.
Sounds like North Korea.
That's American. You understand? Just look at what they do according to their history. So I agree with you. He did die for what he believed in. You understand? And listen, and you reap what you sow. Charlie got the harvest. You can unmute him.
I'm unmuted now?
Yeah, you
No, yeah, you unmuted now. Because you see, you don't know how to speak. You understand, in a regular conversation, so you can speak.
I do. I was just saying that there was a delay. That's all. My bad.
I got you. No sweat. Good.
All right, you can still hear me, right? We're good.
We hear you.
Yeah, we good. Good.
All right. So what I'm saying is like, you know, I didn't watch all kind of Charlie videos and all that. I'm not like a, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's going on with all that. All I was just saying is, and you just agreed with me, you know what I mean, is that man died for what he believed in. That was the point of what I was saying. For you calling me a child and all that, like, there was a delay. You know what I mean? So,
well, if there was a delay, I apologize.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I let you speak. I want to let you speak. You know what I mean? I got no quarrels with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I was saying, is that the man died for what he believed in, and that more people die for lies than die for the truth and what they really believe in.
I'm with you.
So I was trying to figure what your quarrel was with that, and why are you calling me a child for that?
So
that says a lot about you.
If there was a delay, I was calling you a child because it's like you were like going tit for tat with me, you understand, in the conversation. So if it was just because of the delay, then I apologize and I recant my statement.
You forgive him?
Okay.
Can you forgive me?
Yes, I can forgive you.
Okay, cool. So now with the whole Charlie Kirk thing, this is what I know. Charlie Kirk hated black people. He hated brown people. I love black and brown people.
Right.
You understand? These are my brothers and sisters. So as a result, I don't like Charlie. And here's another thing too, right? Like I'll talk about the issue, you understand, in certain respects, you understand, for our people who genuinely care about white issues, because this is what I believe. I believe that I don't like when white people talk about black on black crime, because that's our business. Mind your business. You understand? But what we witnessed was white on white crime. That's their business. And I don't cry over spilt milk. You understand? Like it was in the whitest city on earth that the mayor was so upset that he just wished it wasn't one of his own, but it was one of his own. You understand? And as a result, you understand, this is the problem inside of America. They're extremely violent. Think about how many mass shootings that there were. You understand? Just in that week, there was a school shooting. There was somebody shot up a damn homeless center. You understand? All these different things. So what happens is, you understand, I don't really care what happened to Charlie. Like, you understand? Like, I slept beautiful that night. Woke up, handled business, started growing tiny plants. You understand? Like, life is beautiful. I don't care what happened to Charlie. Just like Charlie doesn't care what happens in the ghetto.
People die every day.
Charlie doesn't care what happens in El Barrio.
Facts.
So as a result, I don't care if that happens to 10 more Charlies at all. That's their business. They could go handle that.
So I want to know what you think the solution is. And I appreciate your passion, brother. I really do. You know what I mean? But I want to know what you think the solution is. The solution to, you know, America right now. How do we fix America? What do we do about the gun violence problem? You know, should we ban everybody's guns? You know what I mean? What should we do? in your mind? You know what I mean? How do we bring America together? Because at the end of the day, America is all we got, right? I mean, if America goes down, we're all on the same ship, whether we like it or not, whether Republican or Democrat, white or black, or, racist or non-racist, we're all on the same ship. How do we fix and save the ship if we're all on the same ship? Or should we leave and go somewhere else? And if so, where should we go?
So this is the solution, and this is the problem that I want to fix. I don't want to fix white America. I want to fix black and brown America, and I want to make brown and black America safe. So as a result, you understand, like when I look at Chinatown, right? Chinatown is all Asians, and they stick together, and they got their own businesses. You understand? And I want that for black and brown. I want us to have our own. I want us, you understand? Like you know what I want? I don't want to invite Dylan Roof Storm to Bible study.
Right.
You understand? I want to racially profile Dylan Roof Storm. That's what I want to do. Like the way that they want to profile a brown man who speaks Spanish and check his papers. I want to racially profile all white teens to older men, because I believe every single one of them are a potential threat, and I want to know what they're doing in my neighborhood. I want them to walk on the block and somebody say, "Who do you know here?" You understand? And for them to be watched and to be checked. I want my people protected. That's what I want. I want black and brown people to be protected. So what I want to do is what you do in any situation, right? Is when you look at black and brown people, right? We're like a woman in a battered relationship. You understand? We keep looking at America like it's this amazing thing, and then America knocks us upside our head. And when people say we should leave, they say, we make excuses. I fell. He didn't mean it. It was my fault. You understand? Instead of getting away from the problem, if zebras go on the endangered species list, they're going to put them on a reservation to keep them away from the poachers. We need time to ourselves to heal. So what I want to do is, guns aren't the problem. White people with guns are the problem. Evil men with guns are the problem. A gun is just an instrument. It's the person behind the gun. And the problem is, when white people get behind a gun, schools get shot up. When white people get behind a gun, freedom of speech goes out the window and Charlie Kirk gets a bullet in his neck. When white people get behind a gun, you understand, terrible things happen because of the evilness that's in their heart. So what I want is for our people to realize that we don't have to look at the good ones, the bad ones. We need to just separate and heal. And we need to understand who they are and not trust them. And we need to have a common code amongst each other. Because if we gather together, the first thing we need is a common identity. Like the first thing we need is, I need to look at you, you need to look at me, and we need to say we're brothers. Once we realize that we're brothers, now that we're together, we need a common code.
Right.
And in that common code, I got to say, I'm never going to steal from you. Don't you steal from me. I'm never going to sleep with your wife. Don't you sleep with mine. You understand? I'm not going to sell drugs to your children. Don't you sell drugs to mine. And if we can come together morally, then now we'll be able to thrive, and we'll realize who's wearing the same jersey. And if we realize who's wearing the same jersey, we know who's on our team. And guess what else we'll know? Who's not on our team? Who's playing against us? Dead?
Okay. I like a lot of what you were saying. I'm not gonna lie. I really do. I like what you were saying. But so basically from what I'm getting though is, okay, so only black people should own guns. White people shouldn't own guns because white people are dangerous and we don't know what they're capable of. And we should have segregation. We should be separate from them. That's what I'm just trying to dissect what you're saying in general.
So I definitely and just so you know too, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Were you finished?
Yes, I'm done. I'm sorry.
No. So I thought I didn't want to interrupt you either. I wanted to show you the same respect you just gave me. So now here's the thing. I absolutely think that we were healthier segregated. Just like Chinatown is healthy because it's segregated. Little Italy was healthy because it's segregated. Bollywood is healthy because it's separated. A nation becomes strong. Like look at it like this, right? If I look at it on like a microcosm, right? You got kids?
Yes, I got 3.
So you got 3 kids. That's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So if you got 3 kids, right, and when you go to work, right, you go to work to provide for your family, right?
Yeah, I'm a business owner. I work for myself.
Would it help your family if the money that you made from your business you just gave away to the neighbor instead of your family?
Nah, I'm keeping the dollars with myself.
Yeah, you keeping the dollars with yourself because you want your family to be strong. Because if you give the dollars to somebody else, you make them strong and you become weak. Correct?
Yeah. So even at Taco Bell, I'm not even like donating that $2 or whatever they want to round up. You know what I mean?
Yo, listen, me neither, dog. I promise you. but my point is, everybody that's in our race is our nation, and they're our extended family. So the problem is, as one large family, we keep giving our money to the neighbor's kids because we're not segregated. Because if we were segregated, the dollar would stay with us just like it does in Chinatown. The Chinese are able to keep their money because they know who's their extended family and they work together. They have a common identity and a common code. We, on the other hand, do not have that. If you look at the statistics, right, before integration, black marriages, you understand, were higher. Black-on-black crime was down. Abortion was down. There was more black-owned businesses. There was black Wall Streets all around the country. What happened? Integration. If we want to be strong, we need to come together as a family. That's number one. Number two, here's something else. We too need to be rehabilitated. You understand? We too need to realize, you understand, that every gun comes with a demon, and that those guns should be used to protect ourselves instead of fighting over blocks we don't own. So I'm not trying to tell you that there's no issues that's amongst ourselves, but white people can't tell that story. Black and brown got to tell that story because that's our business. We'll handle that shit. You know how many brothers we take out the streets? You understand? You know how many brothers, you understand, would now fight, kill, and die for their brother who used to unalive their brother? Because they learned the common code. They learned who's wearing the same jersey. They learned morals. And now they know something that every other nation knows. You understand? Freedom. And every single race has a right to defend themselves. Murder's wrong.
Yeah.
You understand? Self-defense is acceptable. We should be able to defend ourselves from all threats.
100%. I agree with that 100%. We should definitely be able to defend ourselves. You know what I mean? And, I feel like everybody, I feel like every human should be able to defend themselves, even according to the scriptures. You know what I mean? Jesus said, pick up the sword. You know what I mean? So
100%.
But basically, what I'm saying is because, we have some work to do with ourselves. And yeah, like people didn't like what Charlie was saying because he was white. But when you really listen to what some of the stuff that he was saying about us, if it came from a black person, we would be more accepting to what some of that stuff was. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, when he was talking about, black on black crime, for instance, like, why is it that black people kill black people more than white people kill black people? You know what I mean? When honestly, I used to think and feel differently. You know what I mean? Like, but then when you look at the statistics, it's like, well, you know what I mean? Like, how is it? Why is it that we have a crime problem? Why is it that we don't check ourselves as far as like we condone our own bad behavior? You know what I mean? And then we try to make excuses for why we do that. You know what I mean? Like nah. Like right now we've been messed up in the past 100%, but right now we got the juice and we need to keep pushing And we need to realize that we have the same rights and privileges as these white folk, because we do. You know what I mean? And so we need to make the same moves as these white folk. We need to go out here and use our rights. We need to own guns. We need, you know what I mean? We need to own land. We need to own real estate. We need to start businesses. You know what I mean? All of these different things. You know what I mean? So we need to see ourselves not as second-class citizens. We need to see ourselves as citizens. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then it's like, citizens of what, right? Like, so it's like, if we're going to do our own thing, okay, we could do our own thing, but then again, we're only 13% of the population. You know what I mean? So then we have to figure out all these numbers and economics and all of these other things that come into place. You feel me? But I'm definitely willing to build.
So I don't think, okay, but let's just even look at from an economic standpoint, right? And I'm going to use this as the barometer because of the time frame, right? So one of the most popular, Black Wall Streets was Tulsa, Oklahoma. You're familiar with it, correct?
Yes, for sure. Matter of fact, my ancestor was part of it, and his name was Roland, Dick Roland, whatever, who was part of that.
Well,
he was chasing that guy, him, my ancestor.
That's a beautiful thing, but now check me out real quick, right? Black Wall Street, you understand, was at its height, you understand, in like 1920. You know what I mean? Like the Emancipation Proclamation was, 1865, took 10 years before it really took effect. So we're looking at 1875. We're looking at a 45 to 50 year span. We're looking at one generation, literally, removed, not from civil rights, not, you understand, from coming over on a boat like an immigrant. We're talking about a half a century, one generation removed from chattel slavery. They built the city competing with white wealth. So the only way that was possible was because of segregation. The only way that economics was even available was because black folks couldn't go to the white doctor, and the black doctor couldn't work in a white hospital. So there had to be a black hospital. Black people needed their own supermarkets because they couldn't go to the white supermarket. Had to go to the lawyer's office, so on and so forth. Why? You understand? Because we were forced to be together. We could have economics if we deal with each other, if we separate. So all those things that you're talking about when it comes down to businesses, banks, hell, an insurance company, all of that can be possible if we stick with each other. But we have to stick with each other, not under Christianity, not under white Jesus, you understand, under our God, under our identity, under our code. And then we'll be able to thrive and prosper. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we follow God's script and not America's. Because America doesn't give a damn about us. America finds a new way, you understand, to oppress us every decade. Every 10 years, they find a new instrument, some new level of systematic oppression. So as a result, what we have to do, you understand, is come together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're down to build, brother, I don't know where you're at, man. I would call up, you understand, the school that's, you understand, locally by you, and I would get in touch, you understand, with the brothers, you know what I'm saying, and see what's up, because what I'm telling you, this is not only what we believe, what we talk, but this is what we live.
All right. Yeah, I'm based out of Florida, North Lauderdale, Florida.
Fort Lauderdale?
North Lauderdale. It's close to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. We got a building, I believe, in Boynton Beach.
Okay. All right.
Go to the ISUPK website, man, and get the number for Florida, man. Call them brothers up.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
That's right. Good talking to you.
Shalom, bro.
All right, good talking to you too. Shalom.
Shalom.
I actually think that this is the perfect segue to actually get into the topic, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One of the topics is, and this is what I mean about America, which is something that I want to show you. If any of you don't know, Generation Z, children, you understand, young men and women overthrew the government of Nepal.
Right.
overthrew the government. Does anybody know what symbol they used as their symbol of liberation?
I think it's like one of your favorite shows, isn't it?
One Piece is it's definitely Ibaja's favorite show. what Officer Ibaja? Let me put some respect on that brother's name. Okay. They used a Jolly Roger. If any of you doesn't know, that's a pirate flag of a fictitious pirate, Luffy, who will be the king of the pirates. And they flew that flag as a symbol of anti-oppression, you understand, and to be able to fight for freedom and against the government. Dude, feel this good for a second, right? When Nepal tells their history moving forward about this revolution, they're going to have to explain One Piece. Yeah. Is that a video?
Sir.
Play that video.
This skull flag has been raised here, here, and here. What is it, and why is it popping up at protests around the world? In Kathmandu last week, Nepali Gen Z led tens of thousands of protesters into the streets, furious over government corruption. In Indonesia, protests swelled after a 21-year-old was killed by police. Elsewhere, crowds took to the streets in the Philippines and France. So, what does the flag mean? Well, it comes from Japan's best-selling manga, One Piece. In the story, the flag is the Jolly Roger of the Straw Hat Pirates, who don't just hunt treasure, but also fight oppressive powers and demand freedom. For protesters, that message hits home.
Justru ini kan teguran ya untuk pemerintah. Agar pemerintah pada akhirnya benar-benar melihat gitu.
The protests around the world may have different
origins. All right, pause that real quick, right? There's protests going on in the world right now. France is on fire as we speak. You get what I'm saying? Like the world is upside down. Now, here's what I want you to say. I want you to see this child. Show me the Nepal child and the speech that he gave.
That speech was very passionate.
Pull that up. One Piece. That might be the greatest anime. Yeah, this kid right here. This is a child. Play that.
I stand here with the dream of building a new Nepal, with a fire of hope and passion burning within me. But my heart is heavy because this dream seems to be slipping away. Rise and shines, futures of this upcoming imperial empire. I, Tazaryach, the head boy of this everlasting imperial institute, Holy Bell English Secondary School, welcomes you with open arms to our 24th annual program. I put myself before you this moment to shed light within your consciousness by piercing the dark nimbus that circles above you. I am present here today to immortalize a monumental change in the course of history. Nepal, our mother, this country gave us birth, nurtured us. But what did it ask in return? Just our honesty, our hard work, our contribution. But what are we doing? We are bounded by the chains of unemployment, fleeing abroad in search of opportunities. We are trapped by the selfish games of political parties. Corruption has woven a web that is extinguishing the light of our futures. Youth, rise! We are the torch bearers of change. If you do not raise our voices, who will? If you do not raise our voices, who will? If you do not build this nation, who will? We are the fire that will burn away the darkness. We are the storm that will sweep away injustice and bring prosperity. Our ancestors shed their blood to give us this nation. We cannot sell it. We cannot lose it. We are the fire. We will burn every despair away. Now we must decide. Will we drown in the darkness of despair or rise as the sun of hope? Today,
I need y'all to feel this for a second, right? I need y'all to really understand something. When the scripture says, "I shall move thee to jealousy with they that are no people," like this is a camp speaking.
Hmm.
You understand? Like that young man just had camp, and the earth is going to applaud it because it's not niggas, spicks, and wetbacks.
Right.
You understand? Like every nation on the earth, you understand, knows about freedom. That's why when you read Ezekiel, it says, if I had gone to any other people, they would have heard me. But when it comes down to my people, they will not hear me. Y'all want to see what Generation Z does inside of America? Pull up the next video for me. Now this is the youth of Nepal. Let me show you the youth of America. Let me show you our youth. Let me show you what we got going on.
You killed me.
Be posting with the dawn on their head.
They be like this. They be like,
You gotta put it on your head.
The bottle be bigger than that. Don Julio.
Yo, Holly, how they be posting with the dawn on their head?
They be like this. They be like,
You gotta put it on your head.
The bottle be bigger than that. Don Julio.
Nepal fought for freedom. You want to balance Don Julio on your head. Go ahead, yeah, play that one.
Julio, I just need a Don Julio. Julio, I just need a Don Julio.
Made me jealous of Nepal.
Yeah, nobody sees the problem. And that's the CIA. That challenge is created by the CIA. You understand? It's because our government does this to us, controls us. You understand? We would rather be dancing with Don Julio on our head, but Nepal is fighting for freedom. Then, you know what their generation does after that? They threw their own election.
Through Discord.
Through Discord.
Crazy.
You got that tape?
Absolutely insane.
Play that tape.
Yeah. F a ballot. They went straight to Discord.
Elected its new leader via Discord after a social media ban led to the deadliest outbreak of political violence in decades. Across Discord servers, which the previous government tried to ban, activists organised protests and later debated who could credibly represent them. Sushila Kaki emerged as the new interim Prime Minister of Nepal and has officially been sworn in after receiving the most votes on Discord, the same platform where the protests were organised. One of the Gen Z leaders of the movement said Ms. Kaki had previously led the anti-corruption movement and can get the country back on track. Nepal's protests were sparked by a crackdown on social media platforms, leading to a parliament in flames and the resignation of the Prime Minister. Ms. Kaki has a long history of speaking out for the need for a transparent and independent government. Born in 1952, she has degrees in political science in India and in law in Kathmandu. Starting her career as a lawyer in 1979, she gained a reputation as a fearless advocate. She was Nepal's first woman Chief Justice, and in 2017, the government tried to impeach her after she overturned its choice for Chief of Police. The 73-year-old told local media that the Gen Z protesters had told her that they believe in her to lead the country through an election. She will be Nepal's first woman Prime Minister, but not its first woman leader. Nepal has...
I don't... Like this is what Nepal is doing. I told y'all France is burning right now. Article 4 of NATO was instituted when Russia, you understand, flew into Polish airspace. Nuclear submarines are off the coast of America right now, you understand? War is about to break out inside of Venezuela. Like, do y'all not see what time it is and what's going on in the world? Right? Listen, I was driving through Arkansas. They were burning fields. And I'm not talking about, you understand, like a farming technique. I'm talking full fields of crops. Because they're bankrupt. And they're trying to get bailed out from the government. Like y'all don't see the writing on the wall right now? This is France?
This is France.
Is this the live feed or is this just today?
This was earlier.
There was a live feed earlier. This is what's going on in France as we speak. And this is why I don't watch Fox News no more. You know what I watch? I watch TikTok. This is why they want to ban TikTok. TikTok be telling me the truth about what's going on in the world. My TikTok news feed, like, I don't know what's in your TikTok algorithm. Maybe y'all are watching, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, y'all, Julio. Like, maybe that's what y'all watching. You know what I'm watching? I'm watching about Project 2025. I'm watching what, matter of fact, show me why Jimmy Kimmel got kicked off the air.
Yeah.
So we got that video.
I want to hear the joke he made.
I got that. I had it queued up for earlier.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president...
That was it. I can keep playing it, but that was...
No. He got pulled off because what he said about Trump after the clip.
From what I read, he got pulled because of this clip where he said, characterize it as anything but one of them, where he basically said that the shooter was MAGA.
That's it. And then he talked about Trump and then called him a 4-year-old and said that he's in the fourth stage of grief, construction talk. You got that part?
Let me see if it goes up.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction.
Right.
Demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay?
And now, guess what? Jimmy Kimmel off the air now. This is one of the biggest talk show hosts, you know what I'm saying, inside of America. It's one of the biggest shows. And what he did was he spoke about MAGA. He spoke about Trump. Like what Commander Giuliani said inside that lecture. You understand? Your rights, the government, the Constitution is eroding in front of your eyes. You understand? What you're witnessing is dark days coming nigh onto the days of slavery. Like we are literally all we have right now. You understand? And our revolution isn't going to be fought, you understand, with bloodshed like Nepal's. What we need to do is we need to stop loving Charlie Kirk.
Right.
We need to stop loving, you understand, insert all of his friends. We need to stop loving Jimmy Kimmel. We need to start loving each other. We need to start dealing with each other. We need to come together as a people. We need to be prepared for what's going on right now. Like, what are you going to do when the shelves are bare? What are you going to do when all the immigrants, you understand, our brothers and sisters that they're locking up, are going to be inside these cages and white Americans won't harvest the crops? And then now everything inside their storehouses start to deplete. What are you going to do when there's no food for 3 months? What are you going to do when the power grid goes out? You didn't hear Trump say that there's an emergency on electricity right now while everybody's electric bill is skyrocketing? No? What are you going to do? Balance Don Julio on your head? What are you going to do when the Don Julio runs dry?
Julio.
Y'all got anything you want to add? Doesn't sound like it. Moment of silence?
I had to stop and think about when you sent it to me earlier about that kid from Nepal. And it reminded it, for some reason I instantly thought of the Führer of the Third Reich, Mr. Adolf.
A couple of people in the comments said the same thing.
Right? Right? Because when I looked at someone, even though I don't speak German, I don't speak of the Deutsch, right? But when I looked at
the Deutsch.
But when I would watch some little clips of Adolf speaking, like the power and like passion in his voice could like start a fire. And I'm watching this Napoleon kid, whatever you want to call a citizen from Nepal. And I felt the same way, like this kid could start a fire. And then he starts speaking about how we are that fire and we have to burn all these disparities. Like if it's not for if we don't build it, who will? If we don't change it, who will? And to hear the people cheer and then see how Nepal overthrew their government, it was just insane. And then I have to walk down 125th Street in Harlem and I see people fighting in addiction. I see my brothers and sisters slumped over at the bus stop, and I see my brothers and sisters dressed like whores. You know what I'm saying? Like
I gotta argue with brothers who call me up mad because I ate a cheeseburger.
Right? You know, like let's argue about how we're gonna overthrow these demons we fight. How we gonna fight this drug addiction? How we gonna get brothers off the corners selling crack and weed and Molly, like, and I have to think about this kid on this video all the way in the mountains of India somewhere. Yeah, it's sad. It moved us to jealousy.
It absolutely moved me to jealousy, man. You understand? Because this is I could share the screen from here. Y'all can see that?
I think we gotta approve it, right? Yeah, add to scene.
There we go.
Could you pull this full screen?
Go ahead, sir.
Hey, y'all, man, I'm gonna play a little bit of this. I want y'all to check this out, man. You understand? This is a song, How It Feels to Be Black. This is Lost Tribes, you understand? UPK CHAATAZA out in California. Yeah. You know what I mean? And this video is going to be streaming exclusively on Tribe Vibes after this show.
That was
They said free the Palestinians, then celebrate the death of native Indians. How these other races gon' take us serious? They don't. It's silly thinking you can fight oppression with a vote.
And that's all y'all getting. So,
damn it, damn.
That's
so I want y'all to know though, the song itself is streaming everywhere. It is on Spotify, it is on Apple Music. But the video itself right now is going to be exclusively streaming on Tribe Vibes after tonight. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all subscribe to Tribe Vibes if you want to get early access to that video. All right.
I gotta say, CHAATAZA is one of my favorite artists.
I gotta say the same.
He's one of my favorite artists.
I edited the video too. Shout out to Officer Thawagabar for filming it. You know what I'm saying? But just wait till you see the rest of the visuals, man. Yeah. Joint fire.
Christ. Everybody better get on Tribe Vibes.
You know what I'm saying? They say free the Palestinians, then celebrate the death of native Indians. Come on, man. That's my man's right there, for real. For real, for real. That shit got me so hot with everything that we talking about right now, man. I'm trying to tell you, we literally are living in the last days, y'all. If you've been on the fence, You understand? The time right now is for you to get inside the UPK. If you were in a fake Israelite group, you understand, and wondering if your camp leader is shoving a menorah up his ass and your faith is broken, you understand, you should come home to the UPK. You understand? Like you should come home to the home of the truth. And if y'all are watching this, if y'all are in the UPK, you understand, and regardless of whether you in here or not, y'all should be paying your tithes to the men that labor and do this work. You understand? You should be sending that money to the ISUPK. That's what you should do. Don't talk about you keep the law, you understand, and then you don't pay taxes to your government. You understand? Because you sure as hell ain't gonna argue with the IRS. I'm trying to tell you. It's absolutely, let me see, check out our Tribe Vibes on the App Store, Play Store. Yeah, man, listen, I got hoodies coming, sweatshirts for the fall, the suits.
Are you putting your logo, are you putting the Brother Lynch and the KKK member on the hoodie too? Or
Yeah, but I got a special design coming. I tweaked the design a little bit. It's got a little bit more flavor on it for the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? And especially because it's still hot as hell in Texas, I'm gonna keep the short suits together. I might even throw in a towel. You know what I'm saying? For not like that type of throwing in the towel, but you know what I'm saying?
Sweat
For
rag
you
or
to be
something
able
like
to
that. Yeah,
get the sweat off you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna say Lost Tribes on it as well. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Make sure that y'all subscribe to this channel, subscribe to Captain Tazaryach's channel, subscribe to the XP show. You know what I'm saying? Lost Tribes on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of different things coming that I'm super excited about. Big ups to everybody who's been supporting us from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know that, you know what I'm saying, all of y'all's support, you know what I mean, really means a lot to us. And here's what I need you to do, right? In the starred folder in the email, right? There's an email by Kazakh Thamal, and there's a song that's called Real Talk, man. I want you to play that, man, on our way out.
Well, we already got that loaded into
Listen, man. Load that up. So here's what I want to say in closing, man. Subscribe to the XP show, the Real XP show. Subscribe to Tribe Vibes. More clothes coming. You know what I'm saying? Send your donations. Send your tithes. Support this truth. If you've been straddling the fence, respectfully, stop being a bitch. Man up. Gird up your loins. You ain't got time to play with your life. Make your election sure. Y'all got anything to say?
So I want to say Cross the Line Radio and the Real XP show will be out in California for the California Cookout going down starting October 3rd. Support your brother. I'm going to be out there. You can hit my Cash App at $ Real XP show. I'm going to be bringing y'all some content out there for Cross the Line Radio and the Real XP show.
Hey, Priest to War, you said you was going to put another order in and I was going to send that shirt with that order. You never put it in. Otherwise, I'll just send you the shirt. Just let me know. Hit my line. All right, and with that, cue the song and shalom.
Let me talk to him, real talk. Let me talk to him, real talk. Let me talk to him, real talk. Let me talk to this him. Is real talk, homeboy. Real talk, homeboy. Real talk, homeboy. Real talk, homeboy. Come here a minute, let me talk to y'all and show young jits how you post the ball when your back is up against the wall. Keep your eyes on your enemies and the one you call your dog. Real talk. Mama was 15 when she had me. And I ain't gonna even talk about my daddy. Accepted the ghetto and took it gladly. Learned how to be a man from Troy, Butter, and Caddy. And Fred too, that was my mama husband. He showed me how to work hard, but I was steady thugging. By 15, I'm plugged in. Second generation of niggas that's out here doing things they ain't got no business. I'm a living, breathing witness that you can make it up out these streets if you just change your life and ask for forgiveness.
And Sunday at sundown is the next high holy day, the Memorial of Trumpets. be wherever the ISUPK school nearest you is. Get there.
Got a story about repentance, but I'll just tell it later. Cause I know y'all rather hear about my hoes and my haters. My trials and tribulations on the road to this paper. And whether or not I sit a couple niggas to they maker. I never give them what they want, I give them what they need. Cause life is more than money, hoes, and a bag of weed. This one right here for my niggas coming after me. I watch the demise of my guys kinda rapidly from butter felony. Big Trill, that nigga Grizz. Hot dog ain't up on murder lab, left me in tears. Listen, every nigga in the hood got guns. It's no wonder why my niggas in the hood die young. But it's only a few of us make it out. All who try to take advantage of niggas get taken out quick. A round trip from the joint. Now when you coming home 10 years later and the same shit going on. Now your kids grown and you miss half they life. And them niggas you used to hang out with done stabbed your wife. It sound trifling, please don't shoot the messenger. Man, I'm just telling you that this life will teach you a lesson, bruh. Niggas selling crack to they mama to pay them bills off. I know you love them fantasy rappers, but this is real talk, real talk. Let me talk to him, real talk. Let me talk to him, real talk. Let me talk to him, real talk. Let me talk to him. This is real talk, homeboy. Real talk, homeboy. Real talk, homeboy. Real talk, homeboy. Come here a minute, let me talk to y'all. And show young jits how you post the ball. When your back is up against the wall. Keep your eyes on your enemies and the one you call your dogs. Real talk. Shouts out to my big brother. Real talk. Go. Son of Sam. Real and talk. His big brother. The one man Taliban. Real talk. This is real talk.